Yo, what is the business agents? It's your boy Jody31 coming at y'all with another Division 2 video. Yep, I know I've been gone for a while. Honestly, it's been a rough 2 weeks for the Day family. Recently, my father-in-law passed away. Really good guy. But shortly after we celebrated his passing, or celebrated his life and passing, my homie, my best friend, my brother, the uncle to my children, godfather to my children, whatever you want to call him, he is my dude. Been known him for 30 years. His father passed away of pancreatic cancer, and it was rough on him. And if it was rough on him, your boy, it was rough on me too. He was a really good guy. I've known if it wasn't for him, I would have never gotten into construction, and I wouldn't have the knowledge that I have, and wouldn't be the guy that I am today. But that's neither here nor there, regardless of that fact. That's why I've been gone. But I'm not going to cover all the weird things that's been going on with escalation and the prototype gears and all that good stuff. What I will cover is the positive of it. And if you have your prototype gear and you're struggling just like I was, trying to figure out how to progress this stuff, like you got the augment that you want and you want to get it to the cap on the augment. As you can see, my Lexington is at augment level 9. If you look at the very top right corner, it tells you what your augment level is. So I know that I am almost at the cap because my echo is at 2.8%, and I'm almost three-quarters of the way done. So how do you do that? There is an actual mathematical calculation to figure out what it is. So for every percentage point that you go, that means that 1% level in progress increase is around 500K XP. Therefore, if you do, let's see if we can find one. If you do one public execution, that is about 0.9% increase to zero point 0.9, which will actually round up to around 1 once you get the kill XP. 1 percentage point added to your level progression. If you do one territory control, that's around zero point 0.5 to zero point 0.6 added to your percentage points added to your level progression on your gear or your weapon. So the best ones to do would be a control point, which would add you 1.6 net total to your level progression. That's about zero point 0.5, which I don't know why the XP isn't showing. Oh, it's because my body's in the way. That's about zero point 0.5, because remember I said 500K is about 1 percentage point. And I've done the math on this. Trust me, it's about 500K per percentage point. So that means that your best bet would be to do a control point or a public execution. Now, that is because my world tier is on heroic and I got four uh, global directives on. If you're doing it on challenging and hard, you want to find the one with the highest percentage point. If you're doing it on challenging and hard, your best bet is probably a mission. Uh, as you can see, this legendary will get me 1.3 million. So that I would get around 2.5 percentage points for doing this legendary the way it is, but I'm not doing that. The fastest would be a control point. You see this mission, this Black Tusk, gets me 733.5K, so that would get me around 1.5. So what does that mean? In order to get your stuff fast, and I'm only doing this because I'm doing it short. I'm trying to make this video short as possible, trying to give you the requisite information that you need. As you can see, I got mine at point 0.9 on this one. My gear pieces is at augment level 7. And mind you, I've had deaths in the family, so I haven't really been playing like I used to. Uh, so, and to be this high. But for those of you who are casual players, this is the way you want to do it. If you want me to show you, we'll go ahead and do one. I'm at 62.6. I should be at 62.3 at the very end of that. No, sorry, 62.6. I should be at 63.6 at the very end of that. I've done it. I've run through every single one of these activities. I've done the math on it. I've pulled out the calculator and broke it down. And the XP per percentage point is literally 500K. So remember, I'm at on my Lexington, which you have to have in your hand in order for it to work. 62.6. By the end of it, I should be at 63.6 or 63.5 toward the end, depending on how much kill XP I get. All right, come back. Trying to make a video. You trying to make it longer. That's so demoralizing to get punched and get knocked back that far. Doggone medic. Bruh. I punch him, he just he rocks his shoulders. He punches me, I get knocked back 3 feet. Coming hostiles. What the hell? Oh, the supply convoy. Remember 62.6 is where I was at. Well, that was in, I'm saying 62.7. I should be at 63.7 or 63.6. See, 63.6. So you get about point 0.9 just because, like I said, it's 500K per percentage point. And because this one, the hostage negotiation or the public execution is just under 500K, you get point 0.9. I really don't care. So remember, well, I said remember. Look, I am putting these videos out here just for the casual players, not the experts. The experts have already figured this out. They already know, and they're putting out build videos with the best augment and all this good stuff. But for the casual player who doesn't have the time to do all the math and figure out what's the best augment to run on whatever God knows what, this is for them. Seriously, I don't. I'm trying to find the. I hate it. This little area I really don't like just because the NPCs spread out too far. I mean, they spread out way too far. And there's too many activities to focus on just one. But this is the best area to this is the best area to gain XP just because there's so much. So if you don't mind the chaos, go for it. My man got them skates on them shoes. Yes, you did. You lost a guy. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Like I said, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. But here we go. Like I said, you got to have it in hand. 60, 63.7, so I should be at 64.7 or 64.6. See, 64.7. But that's how you progress your gear and your weapon up. Remember that value, 500k XP will gain you 1 percentage point. So that means that you want to find the activity that has the highest XP for the shortest duration of time. If you're a casual player, that would mean doing public executions or control points. I hate the fact that these retaliations reset everything. So control points and public executions. I repeat it over and over and over and over and over again just because I'm trying to get it through a lot of you all's heads, you casual players who feel like the game is a little bit too much. You feel like it's not conducive for uh, you who are out here with jobs, with children, with lives, and you feel like it's a little bit too congested, even though the game is fun. It feels like a little bit too congested, too much to do at one point in time just for you to enjoy the top stuff. Believe it or not, if you have ever played Arc Raiders or um, Destiny or anything else that lock the best gear behind or the best weapons behind certain material or it's pay to play, the division is actually fairly easy and some of their gear, some of the lower tier gear like non-exotics are better than the exotics. But even then the exotics aren't that hard to get. Like now you can craft the Eagle Bearer, you can craft the Ravenous, you can craft the Regulus. How? Doing Black Tusk retaliations. Now, what used to be a raid exclusive is a craftable exotic. The majority of the exotics are now craftable if you do retaliations. How do you do retaliations? Go out in the open world and knock out hyenas or outcasts or black tusk or true sons or whatever it is to get your retaliation built up. Go through retaliation, take out a kill squad, and you're good to go. Fairly easy. So don't get discouraged. Once you get your prototype gear, which by the way, you don't have to get 45 exotic components, you can go into an escalation, tier 3 or 4, and get said um, prototype gear. And by the way, if the prototype gear, if you see the values, don't go by the bar. You'll see that bar, like my bar that says 22.5 assault rifle damage. And then you got at the very bottom where it says health damage is 21%. For the prototype, the standard, the base is 21. The base damage to target out of cover is 10. So if you get one with a small bar, it is still better than one of these at a full bar. Damage to target out of cover is 12 at a full bar. For my uh, damage to target out of cover on this one at its base is 10. Again, even a small prototype gear is still better than the regular prototype gear or weapon. So don't get too discouraged if you feel like you would never get the exotic components to do so. If you do have yours uh, and your prototype gear is um, only has one slot, I hear that they're working on a fix. They're going to allow you to optimize your prototype gear, which again, just like it costs to get the prototype gear or your regular gear prototyped out, is probably going to be ridiculously expensive. Yeah, like 65.7. See, 1 percentage point. I probably made this video longer than it should have been, but I'm at 15 minutes. But the whole point behind this is to let you casual players know that don't get discouraged by looking at that level progression and saying I'll never get it capped out. You all you have to do is run around and use the control points and do public executions or do whatever XP you feel. 500k XP equals 1 percentage point. Go ahead and knock those out. This your boy Trade 8381. The best time to do this though, if I were you, uh, go into because it should be coming up soon. They hadn't upgraded it yet, but there is going to be after this corrosive thing is over, which I can't wait. That sucks. Um, there's going to be an XP event that says seasonal XP. That does not mean regular XP. When the 3 or 5 times XP event comes up, that is your best time to progress your weapon and your gear. 500k XP equals 1 percentage point. So if they do a 3 times XP, that means that if one control point or one public execution gives you 1 percentage point, one public execution at 3 times is going to give you 3 percentage point, or at 5 times it's going to give you 5 percentage points. So that is the best time to a do your level progression. So when that mark it on your calendar when it shows up, because that'll be the day that you want to get whatever gear you plan on having prototyped out and getting your augment maxed. This is your boy Trade 381. I really do hope this information helped out somebody. It may not help out everybody. Some of you probably already knew it. I'm sure going to get some troll in the comment section. It's going to be like, yeah, you late on it or whatever it is. It's always one troll or two. Somebody, that's their life. It is what it is. I guess if I put myself out there, then they want to make sure I understand. I have to take the good with the bad. Other way, that's neither here nor there. Regardless of that fact, if you like the content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, let your boy know. You know, otherwise, y'all take it easy.